If you're like many Americans who try to eat as healthy as possible, yet that scale isn't budging, you could be getting tricked by some clever marketing. With us this morning to shed some light on counterfeit diet foods is our fitness expert, Wes Cole. You've got everyone's attention.
I do. You know, the marketing is just so good. Some of those packages get so pretty, and the words like whole grain and sugar-free and, you know, no fat, it tends to just make us grab without actually really looking. We're going to go over some stuff that might be keeping that scale from budging.
All right, where do you want to start? Yogurt?
Well, yeah, let's start with the yogurt. Okay. You know, the dairy campaign several years back, people started really getting a kick on dairy because of the calcium in dairy. There's been some studies showing that it helps, you know, maintain a healthy body, you know, which is true. Problem is not all dairy is equal, you know, and this goes with the yogurt. You know, this yogurt right here, if you just grab it, you know, on the out package, it seems like, oh, healthy. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals, but it's just loaded with sugar. There's just as much sugar in this particular brand of yogurt than some of the candy bars. You know, and for this amount of for just that small portion, I mean, that's not a whole lot of calories. And when you add in some of the granola that you can put on it, all I'm saying is don't just be so quick to just reach and pull for dairy. You know, be real careful and look, because not all dairy is equal. You just got to be careful.
Yep, that's true. Okay, the next one, trail mix. Now I know this one can kind of get
well, it is. You know, the thing about trail mix is, you know, it's a real favorite for runners and cyclists, but runners and cyclists, they're moving.
Yeah.
So if you're off the trail and you're sitting in front of the television watching people, you know, watching George on TV riding a bike, you know, you probably shouldn't be. There's better snack foods if you're not real active. You know, just a few handfuls of trail mix, this particular brand. I mean, that's a whole meal. Yeah. You know, so and I've seen so many people sabotage their diet plans, but you know, because almonds and nuts and so, oh, they're healthy, so I'm going to grab a few handfuls. You know, they can add up real quick. They are very healthy. They have a lot of health benefits, but just keep it to maybe a handful, and you'll be all right.
Servings too. I mean, whatever those calories were, that was just like 3 tablespoons.
Oh yeah, 3 tablespoons, like 130 calories. So you have to look. You have to look at the volume. You wipe. I could wipe out that whole bag pretty easy, and you know, that's a meal plus. So just be careful.
Okay, granola and breakfast bars.
You know, and this is one thing that irritates me to no end. You know, we see a lot of the commercials of of a lady. You know, she's making smart choices and she's picking a popular cereal bar or a granola bar, you know, over something else. But if you actually read the package, not all the cereal bars, there are some healthy options. But if you're not careful, there are some cereal bars out there and granola bars that are equal to, you know, a Snickers bar or candy bar. Wow. And if you want something sweet and they're the same amount of calories, I mean, you know, so they do have some whole grains, but don't be so drawn into, oh, it's got whole grain, it's got fruit, because you know, if you put a ton of sugar and a ton of fat in it, you know, I mean, a Snickers bar has protein in it, it has some peanuts. So, you know, so just be real careful.
You have to read those labels. You have to know what those calories are. Okay, and finally, sugar-free.
Well, you know, this isn't as big a deal as it used to be several years ago during the low-carb craze. A lot of people I've noticed have been kind of off that, but it used to get a lot of people. Low-carb, sugar-free. This is an example. This is a sugar-free version of a very popular cookie that everybody likes, which I think doesn't taste very good. But there's a 4-calorie difference, you know, between this and a regular cookie. A 4-calorie difference. So my philosophy is if you're, you know, if you've done real good all week and you're craving an Oreo, just
do it.
Just do it. Just have the real one, because there's just not going to be that much of a difference.
Yeah, very interesting.
So just watch and read the labels.
Okay. Now let's answer a question from one of our viewers. This question comes from Nancy. What type of exercise program would you recommend for a complete beginner?
Well, absolutely one thing and one thing only: group training classes. You know, I wrote this a lot in my book, which will be coming out soon. I talk about the power of group training classes. Most beginners not only don't know necessarily how to exercise correctly without injuring themselves, but they don't know proper intensity. What I mean by proper intensity, sometimes they push themselves too much, sometimes they don't push themselves enough. The beauty about group training classes, you only need enough motivation to get in your car and go. And it has it for everyone, from water aerobics to martial arts to some of the boot camp to CrossFit. I mean, no matter how in shape you are or how unfit you are, there's something for you out there. Exactly. So just find a good training in Tulsa. There's some great
there's tons of them.
Great group training instructors. So just pick.
All right. Thank you, Wes. Well, if you have a question that you want Wes to answer, just go to the weekend morning section of our website, kjrh.com. Click on the habitual health link, or give him a call, 749-0960, or visit his gym on 46, just east of Sheridan.